Why, hello there everyone. I just stepped out of the shower and completely degreased my hair, so it's time for a new pomade review, a blank slate right there. And today I'll be taking a look at another classic pomade, but this one is unheard of. It's one of the lesser known classic pomades because I actually think it's probably the oldest pomade out in the market today. And it is Yardley English Lavender Brilliantine, which I think came from the year 1900, if I'm not mistaken. The company itself has been around for probably 250 years, which is really, really impressive. And Brilliantine pomades were introduced in France in the year 1873, if I'm not wrong. And this Brilliantine over here is just one of those of that era. So it came out in 1900. And the inside of the jar, which is a glass jar, of course, has one of these golden foil coverings over it, which I think is really fancy. I mean, this is pretty expensive. It's really difficult to find, so I actually respect the price, but then it is actually the smallest pomade size I know that is not a sample. This one is 80 grams or 2.8 ounces, and usually classic pomades that I know are at least 3 ounces, like Murray's is 3 ounces, Dax 3.5, Sweet Georgia Brown 4, Royal Crown 5, and so on. But this one, it's only 2.8, it's less than 3 ounces. Expensive price, difficult to find, but I managed to pick it up anyway without hesitation. So let's go and take a look at what the product is like inside, but some more eye candy for y'all. There you go. You must be super satisfied. So, okay. Its smell is quite strong and it's very sweet. It doesn't only smell like lavender as it says, but it also smells like, I don't know how you say it in English. Is it cajeput oil, cajeput oil? I don't really know. It's basically whitewood oil. In Indonesia, we call it minyak kayu putih, which is basically a kind of tea tree oil, some kind of a white tea tree oil, and it just smells very soothing to me. So it smells like a mix of that cajeput tea tree oil and lavender into one. I just really like the scent. It smells really classic, and if you look at the product, it's kind of an aqua color. It's sort of greenish aqua. And it just looks really light and greasy. Let's go ahead and scoop it out. Obviously, no hassle at all. It's super, super light. And it just really melts once you put your finger inside the pomade. It just melts. That's how light it is. As most Brilliantines are supposed to be light. And it's super, super greasy. Obviously, applying it to the hair is just, it goes in like nothing at all. And this is a Brilliantine. So obviously this means it's a really light hold with plenty of shine, because usually Brilliantines are the shiniest. And I actually really like Brilliantines. I've used Excelento, and I did a review of that in the past, like actually not even a week ago. You can go check it out, which I really like. And Tancho, I don't know if that counts as a Brilliantine, but it's sort of a pomade and a Brilliantine at the same time. It's just super, super shiny. And this one, it's also really shiny, but it doesn't look too greasy. So super, super easy application, just light and greasy. It melts once you put your finger inside the jar. I'll go ahead and style it. Now, if you actually comb your hair with it, it's just super easy as well. It feels like you're combing through a hair cream. I mean, with hair creams, you barely feel anything in there. It feels like you're combing water. This actually has the same feel to it, except that there is, you feel a little bit more, I wouldn't say resistance. Resistance is just like an over description of it, but it feels like you have something in there a little more than hair creams, but it's almost no different from combing hair cream. Super light holds well. And this being a Brilliantine, it's supposed to be not too slick, but it's supposed to be really shiny. Basically a bit like a hair cream with a little more weight. That's what true Brilliantines are supposed to be. It's not holding my sides down too well because it's just really light. If you're Asian like me and if you have like naturally fluffy hair, then this won't really do much of the job for you. So instead of combing my sides diagonally like I normally do, I'm just going to comb it straight down. I'm actually going to get a haircut this weekend, so my sides will be shorter and a little more difficult to manage, but I normally use pomades a lot stronger than this, so it'll be okay. It's so light, it almost has the hold of a hair cream, but a little bit more hold. A couple more slicks and I should be done with my styling. And I'll just call it done at this point. Don't expect a crazy hold from this. Basically, this will only be good as a top coat for most of you out there. But if you just want something which is not too, that feels really light in your hair, then just go ahead and use this. I'll show you all how it looks. To be honest, well, it is pretty shiny, but it doesn't exceed or meet at least my expectations because I've used other Brilliantines before. Like I used Excelento, like I said earlier, and Excelento is actually shinier than this. And Tancho is, of course, a heck of a lot more shiny. The best thing I actually say about this pomade is the scent. I really like the scent. It's so fresh and it's calming. The shine, given its really, really light hold, you would expect it to actually be more than that. So I'm slightly disappointed, but not too disappointed because the scent actually is beyond my expectations. I really love the scent. I keep saying that over, but that is true. The scent is just really, really fresh. Hold, obviously you won't really get so much out of it. And it'll wash really easy in the shower, I guarantee that. So, because this is a really light product, I won't go over the build-up. So I'm just going to close this review right now. It's a relatively short one, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Till my next review or video.